Greetings, fellow YouTube viewers. If you've been to the supermarket lately and you've tried to buy some sunglasses, you may have heard the word polarization come up a lot. Well, and you may have wondered, what exactly is polarization? And why does it matter for sunglasses? Well, as it happens, that's what we're here to find out. So, in many ways, light is like a mixture of water and pebbles. And when I say this, I mean that it's a mixture of different vibrations. But when we polarize it, then we can get either only the water, then we can separate the water from the pebbles. We polarize light by passing it through a polarization filter. So light has an electric and a magnetic field, which is why it's called an electromagnetic wave. And they spin 90 degrees to one another. So if one is spinning up and down, the other is spinning from right to left, or vibrating from right to left. But what happens when we pass it through this kind of filter is that only one kind of spin and vibration remains. Let's look at an example. So, for example, if we have a race with the boys and girls, and we have to see, and our eyes are the finish line. So in this example, the boys and the girls are the two different spins of light, and the finish line is our eyes and what we see. So if there is a poster or a billboard saying no girls go ahead beyond this point, and there's no poster that says no boys go beyond this point, then only boys will reach the end of the finish line. So what we will see is polarized light. On the other hand, if there's a poster that says, or billboard that says no boys beyond this point, but no poster that says no girls beyond this point, then only girls will reach the finish line. And so we will get also polarized light. But what happens when there's both no girls and no boys posters? Who reaches the finish line? Well, no one. It's the same with polarized light. So if you have a polarized filter like this, a vertical polarized filter, then it only lets vertical spins go through. But then if you have a horizontal filter after that, then none of the spins and none of the rotations go through, and none of the vibrations go through. So basically, you can block out all of the light if you have two perpendicular filters, or filters that are 90 degrees to one another. Let's look at an example. So let's compare it to a picket fence. So if light passes through, if one type of vibration can pass through both picket fence when they are in the same direction, but when they're 90 degrees to one another, the light cannot pass through the second picket fence. Now let's look at a special kind of crystal called the Iceland spar crystal. This crystal is unique because it refracts light as well as polarizing it. So when light goes through it, it changes angle. But it also splits the light into two pieces and polarizes it. Yes. So this means that there are two images that if you write the letter A, for example, you will see two images of A right next to each other, like this, through the crystal. But what happens when we put two such polarizing crystals on top of each other? Well, let's look at this video and find out. So you can see this is kind of like one of those images, these optical illusions, where you can only see one at a time, and they switch. So it seems to change position, but what's actually happening is the angle of the polarization is changing. And so only one of them is visible at a time. So polarization finds use in a lot of different things, from sunglasses to car windows to even computer screens. And the reason for that is because by polarizing light and by only allowing only one type of light to pass through, it makes the light dimmer. So if only boys can reach the end of the race, then there'll be less people running. And if only girls can reach the end of the race, there'll be less people running. So either way, the light will be less intense. So in a similar way, sunglasses make the light of the sun less intense, thus polarized anti-glare sunglasses. I hope you find this video useful. I used physicsclassroom.com for this video, and I would really like to thank them for the information. And if you really like the information, please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share. Thank you.